What's going on, everyone? I hope everyone is having a great day, great Tuesday. I hope your week is going great so far. But hey, guys, excuse me, here we go again. Like and subscribe to the podcast, uh, Dream Kasim Lamar podcast. Let's get it in right now and today. Um, Real talk. I've been wanting to do this story for a while, but I wanted to get more facts on it and things of that nature because in the society that we're living in, everything is in feelings. Everything, everybody feel this, feel that, instead of having evidence, instead of having facts. Everybody, if you're not a part of the go along, get along gang or what have you, this is what they, you should shut up. Especially again, if you are, a black man in my community, that's how it goes. So anyway, we're gonna get to this story real quick. A young lady out of Bridgeport, Connecticut, in the same state where I'm at. A couple of months ago, she died suddenly when she went out on a date with some white guy that she met off of what you call a dating app, and I suppose a week later they chilling up in his or her home. We're going to look at it right now. We're going to read this article. This is our article that was just sent to me, so it's fresh out. It's fresh right now today. It's not from 2 3 days ago, not from 4 days ago. So let's get it going. Okay. Cause of death of revealed. Sorry about that. Cause of death revealed for a 23-year-old Connecticut woman found dead after date. Let's get into it. The cause of death of Lauren Smithfield, a 23-year-old woman who was found dead after a date, has been revealed. Hold on a second. The medical examiner announced Monday that her cause of death was acute intoxication due to a combined effects of phenol, promethazine, hydrozine, and alcohol. Her death has been ruled a accident. Point blank, they put it in that her death was ruled an accident. Let's read more. The announcement came a day after her family said they intend to sue city. I guess sue the city and the police officials in Bridgeport, Connecticut, alleging they have failed to properly investigate the circumstances surrounding Smithfield mystery death in December. So this is last month. It was the beginning of last month. I feel like it was like 3 4 months ago. Sunday also marked what would have been her 24th birthday. Very young lady, very young, beautiful lady. I don't understand. Uh, to, to talk about a little something else, she met the man on the app. I just don't understand why these young women seem to want to go on, apps and just meet and get random guys. The reason why because it's promoted. It's promoted to do reckless things. But let's go on. According to the police report, authorities arrived at her apartment on December 12th to find a young adult black female lying on her back on the floor and did not appear to be breathing. So okay, they was at her house. Oh, okay. She brought some random guy to her house. Okay. The report added that a man who claimed to have met Smithfields on a dating app was the one who called the police. The man who ABC News is identifying said he had only known Smithfield for 3 days. So it wasn't even a week, it was 3 days. Okay. He said he visited her apartment for the first time the night before her death and claimed that she fell ill. This was, and he said this And I did do a story about this. I actually did do a podcast about this story. Uh, he said something different, like after the fact. So he ain't say any for what they said from the story that I read about a month ago. So anyway, the next morning he said he noticed a 23-year-old nose was bleeding, and that's she was not breathing. So he dialed 911. Okay. The family said the man was the last known person to see Smithfield alive. Police said they do not suspect foul play and have not named him a person of interest. Let's keep on reading the story because it's kind of weird that they didn't suspect foul play when there was alcohol and drugs involved. It's weird. Before her cause of death was revealed, Darnell Crossland, the family attorney, said that 1 month later, no developments had been announced in this case. He vowed to file a lawsuit because they are violating our rights. I believe that part absolutely. He argued that Smithfield was intentionally given the treatment she should have been given. It is unclear if the family will proceed with the lawsuit following the results from the medical examiner. Okay, if it was all these different drugs in this woman, and let's get back to, I want to get back to the drugs that's going, this fentanyl, all this promethazine, hydroxine is hitting people hard. I lost a friend back in October from I think he died off. I'm not completely sure, but he supposedly died off of fentanyl. This is and I lost and another young man died a couple of weeks ago. This thing is hitting. It's been hitting America for about a good 3 or 4 years, especially in Connecticut where I live at. This drug has been hitting. It's killing a lot of people. And from what the family is saying, they are saying that she supposedly never did any drugs. Let's keep going on for what's going on of this thing. So is it more? Let me see. We're going to keep on going through the story. Okay. I guess they're not sharing anything else. And then I want you to guys, I want to share something else with you guys about the fentanyl now. I mean, I'm sorry about what the family said. Let's get it going. Hold on 1 second. Let's share this. I shared this on my Instagram a little bit earlier today. Very sad story. Just like I said, I just want to come with a 3-dimensional perspective. And we're going to go with that. Let's go. Hold on 1 second. Here we go. Let me actually go into the post. Hold on.
Police botched this investigation, ignored key evidence. She met a man
again
on Bumble, and by morning, she was dead.
I wish that she was still here.
Her family says police botched this investigation, ignored key evidence like a pill and a used condom allegedly found inside her apartment. And the Bumble date is still a free man. I'm Justin Carter. This is TSR Investigates.
Real quick, we're just getting a photo of this Bumble date guy. I've been looking into the story, especially because I'm in the same state. This guy just came out of nowhere. They finally showed the photo of the guy. You would think he was an underage person of interest, but they just now starting to show a photo of him. See, now that's I kind of understand, but I kind of don't understand. I know there's a lot of mentally unstable people. They ever see a person's photo are ready to go at them. But at the same time, I don't understand because the law is if they over the age of 18, you have to show a photo of them. so we know who are these people involved in cases like this. Being as though they're saying he's innocent, we still need to get a face. This person is not 18 years on or younger, so let's keep it going.
The mystery behind Lauren Smith Fields' death has now just intensified as the medical examiner's office out of Bridgeport, Connecticut, just coming out with a report saying that Lauren's death has been ruled an accident. The cause, acute intoxication of a mixture of drugs, promethazine, hydroxyzine, fentanyl, and alcohol. But how could that be when Lauren's family says she has no history of drugs? They say that there's more to the story. Police from the beginning have not been doing their job.
If she really have no history of drugs and she took all three of those, what do these people really know about their child? People don't want to think when it's their loved ones. I understand. I probably will be. No, I won't, because I'm a realist. That wouldn't be me. I'm going to be honest. It can be taking all them drugs and then drinking alcohol, all them different drugs. Maybe I'm ignorant to the whole thing, but if it was her first time taking it, like, why would she do it? Yeah, I don't want to bring race into it, but I see a lot of these young, older Black women like doing anything they possibly can to fit in, especially when it's non-Black people. And I started seeing this, being as though I've been around about 15 different states. I started seeing this a lot in the state that I'm living in. These women, these so-called Black women, they do anything and everything, especially when they think he could be the one because he's Caucasian or non-Black. So I could believe that she probably was a first time of doing drugs. Dude probably talked her into it, but again, she invited a grown white man, a grown man in general, into her apartment, just knowing him 3 days earlier. And I'm gonna let it go to the video a little more. Let's get it going.
And it may be
all day.
because they're Black.
My heart and my soul is broken.
Chantel Fields says she knew something was off. Her daughter, Lauren Smith Fields, wasn't answering her phone. So she called Lauren's older brother, Lakeem Jeter, and met him at Lauren's house.
I went to the door, and on the door, it had a handwritten note saying, if you're looking for Lauren, call this number.
The note wasn't from police, but from Lauren's landlord.
And I just kept asking, like, what's going on? Where's my sister at? Like, what's going on? He just kept saying, hold on, the detective is coming.
Bridgeport detective Kevin Cronin showed up.
We were asking where was Lauren, and he said, listen, we already did an autopsy, and we didn't need to contact the family because we already identified the body because they had her passport and her ID.
Lauren had been dead for over 24 hours, and her family had no clue. Her body already en route to the medical examiner's office.
They just wanted to bury our daughter like she was like an unknown person.
We're getting a glimpse of what police walked into the day that Lauren was found. According to this police report, around 9:30 the night before her death, she was with this man named Matthew LaFountain. He told police in a statement that he met Lauren on Bumble 3 days earlier. He said, quote, they began drinking shots of tequila and Lauren became ill. She then went to the bathroom to vomit and was apologetic when she returned. He says that he then played some games with her, ate food, and started to watch a movie. He then says Lauren went outside, came back in, then went to the bathroom again for about 10 to 15 minutes. He says Lauren fell asleep on
Let
the
me
couch.
read this.
I'm
I'm gonna read some of this stuff they
laid
did
down next to her and
hold
fell
on
asleep.
a second, guys.
And was apologetic when she.
Okay, she invited him over for a date, asking him to give her $40 to get her nails done and to bring a bottle of tequila. He said he arrived at her home at approximately 21:30. That's about, what is that? That's 11. No, that's like 10:30, 9:30. That's 9:30, and tried to contact her via Instagram. Called twice, but she did not answer. He said that he does not have any direct contact information for her, cell phone number, etc., etc., and only ever contact her via Instagram, thinking he was stood up. He left, but Lauren called him to come back a short time late, saying that she didn't answer his phone because she was putting on her makeup. Yo, he sound like a simp enforcer beta, like real talk, just to get some nooks, some nookie, like, and this is a grown man. I think he's like late 30s, early 40s, for what I understand. Okay, I'm trying to read things that they not, saying on this quick video. They had decided to drink the tequila with mixers. They played some games, ate some food, and started to watch a movie. Lauren was texting with someone and then told him that her brother was going to be dropping something off to her. She went outside for a few minutes. He never saw the brother. When she came back in, she went straight to the bathroom and she stayed in there for approximately 10 to 15 minutes. He thought it was odd, but didn't feel it was his place to say anything, as he didn't know her that well. Hey, listen. First of all, I'm going to a woman. Let's say I'm going to a woman apartment, and then first of all, she telling me to bring her $40 so she could do her nails and a bottle of tequila. She know who to date. At least at least she was a player. She knew better than a lot of so-called black women I know in this area where I live at. When it comes to, you got to do something for me. That I'm gonna let you hit, but you got to do something for me. No disrespect to the family. But my thing is, a woman coming out that he's trying to tell the police her brother came over, gave her drugs. That's what's going on. Gave her drugs, and she was in the bathroom 10 to 15 minutes, and then he didn't even, didn't want to even talk about what, why she was in that bathroom, what's going on. I would have been creeped out about this. I would have been like, well, I gotta go. If it was me, I gotta go. Your brother coming over. What? I gave you $40 and a bottle of and I felt like you stood me up because you wanted to put on makeup. I'd be gone. But these simp beta males that a lot of these women be trying to take advantage of, you know what I'm saying? Then, all of a sudden, those the ones that's actually the most violent ones. These simp enforcer, beta males and pookies. They are the actual the violent ones, is what I'm trying to say. But he's still doing all that just to get some nookie. That's what happened. He's trying to lie. And I don't know if he's lying or not, but he's trying to say her brother gave her drugs and she was in there 10, 15 minutes. Because he knew they was going to see fentanyl and everything. I really felt like these Bridgeport police was doing anything and everything in their power to not get this man. He probably was nice and calm and, probably known out there, for what I hear. I believe he was that her friend was known. And that's another thing I wanted to put that in there too. Like, she never gave you her phone number, but you was calling from Instagram. Yo, there's so many red flags in this whole situation. But only a critical thinking man that's not desperate for coochie would understand that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so many red flags in this. And something told me to read this instead of the yellow shit that they trying to put in. But I'll let you guys listen to the rest of it and then we go on.
Returned. He says that he then played some games with her, ate food, and started to watch a movie. He then says Lauren went outside, came back in, then went to the bathroom again for about 10 to 15 minutes. He says Lauren fell asleep on the couch. He carried her to the bed and laid down next to her and fell asleep. At 3 a.m., he says he went to the bathroom, heard her snoring. Then by 6:30 that morning, he says he noticed that there was blood coming from Lauren's right nostril and she wasn't breathing at all. That's when he called 911. Lauren Smith Fields was pronounced dead 19 minutes later.
You have a young lady who's reported dead by a gentleman in a quote unquote dating relationship. That person is immediately a suspect.
Matthew LaFountain has not been named a suspect, but his social media accounts have been deactivated. Even more of a red flag for the family, Detective Cronin told them that he was a, quote, nice guy for calling 911 in the first place. Lauren's family attorney, Darnell Crosland, outraged.
We're now prosecuting them. I want to know who Cronin contacted that morning. We want to see his cell phone. And we believe that he either spoke to this gentleman, knows this gentleman, or there's some kind of connection there.
Something he's also looking into, a pill and a condom with semen inside that was found in the trash while Lauren's family was cleaning out her house.
2 weeks later, a bedsheet with blood, a pill, and a condom was left at the scene. Why was 2 weeks later did the family had to beg them to do a CSI? Why? A Black family disregarded, not treated like Gabby or anybody else.
It's why her family spent what would have been her 24th birthday on Sunday.
Yeah, that's the end of that video that I'm gonna show anyway. This is right on what is it called? Shade Room. You can go see it from there. But I'm gonna tell you right now, there's so many red flags with the detective, with the young man cutting off all his devices and stuff like that. And then they found bloody sheets a couple weeks later and a condom full of semen in it. Like, what the hell? Yo, I'm trying to tell you guys. I know mainstream media be making you guys feel like you can do no wrong and you can just invite whoever you want to invite into your home. I try to tell my daughter as well, you can't do the things that you think you could do, especially when you are a so-called Black female. That's just honestly real. I'm pretty sure everybody had fault in many things, but I don't believe that's the full story. I believe that man is hiding things. And I believe that young lady, God bless her heart, but she maybe had a lot of involvement in her own death. But again, it's a lot of red flags from that man. And it's a shame that they got to go this far to get some answers. But, I'm trying to go with this with a three-dimensional angle. I'm not trying to go with this on a feelings, my emotions and stuff like that. It's easy to do that. You got to play that game, and the game is you got to look at it at a three-dimensional angle. You can't be focus on is just racism. You got to know who your kids. You have to know your kids. We have to protect our children. And they probably did. She was an older woman bringing a strange man to her place just to get a little money from him and the bottle of tequila and stuff like that so she can get drunk. Some man that she couldn't even give her her real phone number to. So she don't trust him, but she trusts him to be in her home. Hey, this is a Babylonian. We living in a Babylonian type of society, mother goddess society, and we teaching our women, especially our so-called Black women, that they could do anything and everything, and as long as they big and bad and can curse somebody out, nobody ain't gonna give them shit. So that's why I'm a little bit iffy with this whole situation. You know, and what makes me really iffy that these people wasn't investigating it right then and there. It took over a month to figure out what she died from. That's my biggest problem. And then the man and the way he, you know, he said what things she was doing that was making it was kind of odd, but you still stayed there. I don't know. Anyway, guys, please like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for promoting my channel. Thank you for investing in me and things of that nature by, you know, listening to me. And I love it. You know, thank you very much. And I'm going to be doing a live tomorrow. And please watch because it's going to be a good one. Peace.